Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to What's in the Bag Men's League Night, Thursday Night League Night. This is week 7. So going into week 7, gonna have a whole new bag. And last week to discuss, I know everybody wants to know kind of how things went last week. Played insanely well. Played actually really well. Shot 34, 1 under, 3 birdies, 2 bogeys, all the rest pars. Drove it well. Putted lights out yet again. Putting's been actually really, really good lately. Iron play was much better, just all around. I mean, I think I hit 1 or 2 shots that were a little squirrely that I thankfully recovered from. And other than that, everything else was good. Driver, the Tour won. Surprisingly, I had a rough swing the first hole, hit it low, but it ran almost all the way down to what I would say is a decent drive spot. And it never got higher than maybe like 15 feet off the ground, it seemed like. It just didn't get that high, but rolled down there really close, hit it pin high, made about a 15-footer for birdie there. And then honestly, I hit it pretty solid the rest of the day. I mean, the next hole, the par 5 that I hit driver on, I hit a great big draw. Kind of it's a dogleg left anyway. Hit a nice draw. Ended up being in a great spot there. And then on 16, hit one a little left, but ended up being okay. It was actually just in the rough on the left. I was able to have a shot at the green. And then on 17, I flat out nuked one. And it's a short hole. It's like 320 yards or something like that. And I rolled it up as you start to get to the upslope where the green is. The ball actually ended up there. So nuked one there. It was really good. And then putter-wise, I mean, I made like a 15-footer for birdie on 1. I made a bunch of just, whatever par and birdie putts I pretty much made, whether they're 3-footers, whatever. And then on 18, I basically I pulled my 7-iron a little bit from the rough, bounced over the green. I was just off, didn't hit a good wedge shot. Again, had about 15 feet pin high, and made it for par to save my 1 under. So hit the irons really well. Hit a 6-iron, a great 6-iron with that SMS that actually was into the wind. It was like a 2-club wind. Hit 6-iron instead of 8 from like 155. Got up into the wind, never left of the flag, hit the green, actually spun back, and I didn't make it closest to the pin because it spun back off the green. But yeah, made a handful of birdies, just 2 bogeys, and really the bogeys were I made one on what was it? I made one on 14, which I just misjudged the wind, and I hit it over the green. Didn't hit a great wedge, and left myself just an easy 2-putt. But and then I made bogey on. I can't remember what other hole. I made a bogey. Oh, on 11, I actually hit a good, hit a tee shot. It was a little bit right, but had a clear shot and just didn't hit a great second one into the green. So anyway, played pretty well. Everything was rolling well, putting wise. I've been putting really well. Went and played over the weekend as well and putted really well also. So the Spider Tour X prototype was rolling the rock really well, and I think using that alignment stuff on the ball has been pretty big. So here's this week, week 7, and we're going to start at the top as we always do, and we're switching it up because we just do. And we're just going to go with the TaylorMade QI10 Max driver. So this is the 10K driver. I actually hit this down at the media day and actually hit it pretty well, but excited to hit this. I was just hitting another super forgiving driver over the weekend, and it just kind of was like, man, I haven't used this one in a while, so let's go with this. And we've got this shafted with a UST Link M40X Red TSPX. This is the TSPX version. This is the red, which is kind of the higher launch one. This is a 9-degree head, so looking to add just a little bit of height to it. But these M40X TSPX shafts are really solid. They run full M40X material in them, full length, whereas the standard models, the non-TSPX ones, just have it in a strategic spot. So super solid, really consistent. These are really underrated shafts. This is the higher launch mid-spin shaft. I've hit it in another head, and I really liked it. So I think this could be a really good combo. And yeah, we're playing the front 9. So again, driver's only going to use maybe 2 holes, 6 and 8. But we'll see, especially 6 when you haven't hit driver all day. Maybe this can keep me in the fairway. So we're going to go 9-degree QI10 Max with the Link M40X Red. And then we move into 3-wood and pulling a 3-wood out that I haven't played in a long time. I haven't played in a while. And this is my Titleist TSR2 3-wood that I got right when the TSR stuff came out. And there's been a lot of other 3-woods. And this thing's really easy to hit off the deck, hit off the tee. It's set in D1, so it's down 0.75, and I think just a little bit flat, I think is that setting. So D1 is the setting there. It's a 15-degree head. This is shafted up with a Fujikura Ventus TR Red 7X. So again, mid-high launch, mid-high or mid spin. And this is actually a pretty good combo. I had this, the last time I took this out that I remembered was my guy's trip last year for my golf trip. And I had a different 3-wood in the bag. It got a rattle in it, and pulled this one out of the second bag that I always bring, and played this on the final day Sunday, and hit it really well. But it's a really versatile 3-wood. Looks really good from address. Sound and feel really solid also. So then we're going to move into the kind of free agent spot in a sense. But we're going to go, instead of 7-wood, we're going to go hybrid, and I'm going to bring back out the Mizuno ST Max. So the last time I brought this out, we played the front 9. I had it in the bag because I was going to use it on 2, 3, maybe 4, depending on wind. I could use it on 6. I could use it, on 9, but I hit it terribly. I just didn't hit it good. So this is definitely getting another redemption. But this is a 19-degree head. It's set 1 click higher, so just a little bit more loft. I usually play around a 20-degree anyway with my hybrids that I put in. So this is set 1 click higher, and this is shafted up with the UST Link Blue 75 hybrid shaft. So this is kind of the stock shaft that comes in it. But the ST Max driver I was hitting over the weekend and absolutely really liked it, really impressed with it. So let's give the hybrid another shot, because I struggled with it the last time. Hit a few shots left, and they were not great. So let's give it another shot. Hopefully we'll have a good run with that this time. So then we move into irons, and 4-iron, we're going utility. We're going to go back to the Mizuno Fly High, the OG. Or not the OG, this is the newest one, but I really like this thing. I've hit it really well when I've had it in the bag. So this is going out there. This is the 4-iron version of the new Fly High, but I really like it. A little bit more compact, or a little shorter heel to toe compared to the last year's model. And it also looks just like a hair more edgy, but really good sound and feel. I think it sounds and feels better than last year's model. Flies a little higher as well, a little easier to hit off the deck. And it adds just a little more distance to the top end of the bag for me, which I always need. And this is shafted with a steel fiber HLS 880 stiff. This is just the stock shaft that came in it. I was going to reshaft this like 2 weeks ago, and I just never did it. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to reshaft it before I play tomorrow, so it's just going to play in the stock form. But I've hit this thing really well every time it's been out there, and I'm really liking that as a 4-iron. It just it works really well. So for irons, then we're going to go something different. I think we broke these out in week 1, but I didn't do a video about it. But we're going to go the Ping Blueprint S. So these irons here, when they first came out, I got these. Super impressed. I thought they were going to be extremely demanding when I first got them, and they're actually definitely more playable than I thought. These are probably going to get reshafted soon. These have dynamic gold 120s in them, just S300 dynamic gold 120s. But these irons here, extremely soft, extremely solid. We're going to play 5-through pitching wedge in these, but definitely more forgiving than I thought. Good turf interaction. Yeah, Ping just, I think in terms of shape, probably the most beautiful irons Ping's ever made. From address, they look great. From the back, they're super classic, just that cavity in them. But I think overall they did a really good job with these. And yeah, they're a hair shorter than some of the other irons I play, so I got to remember to always, err on the side of going up a club. But these things perform really well, and I think Ping did hit a home run with the Blueprint S's. So going to go with those 5-through pitching wedge. And then wedges are going to get a little funky. We're going to go something a little different, only because I wanted to put a certain wedge in the bag. So the 50, I bet you're not shocked, we're going with the free agent 50. The Titleist SM10. This is the 5008 F grind, and this is the one with the UST Dart 105 wedge shaft. So this one this is kind of that free agent one that goes in the bag. I know a lot of people look at it and say, oh, you got 120 gram iron shafts, going to super light wedge shafts. Honestly, it doesn't really affect me that much, or I'm going to at least say it doesn't. These shafts are stout. They produce a pretty flat trajectory, still produce some spin, and this is actually a really nice combo to have these things here. So I'm going to go with the 50 here, and this is just that 50 that's going to be probably in the bag a lot, just matching up with other things if I don't bring my full SM10 set out that I got fit for. If I don't bring that out, this is probably going to be the gap wedge. I just don't have that many gap wedges laying around. And then for the sand wedge, we're going to go the SM9, last year's SM9, 54D grind. So I've been a big fan of the D grind. I've liked it a lot. I had it in my SM8s. This SM9 here, which is the jet black SM9, has the D grind on it as well, and just offers a good amount of bounce. You can really kind of thump the thing into the ground, and you know, it just doesn't dig. Great out of the trap as well. So the SM9s, I didn't have quite as much success with as my 8s as I did with my 8s, but I wanted to play a 50, 54, and then a 58, which you'll see in a second. So out of my 54s, this matches up with the set pretty well. So 59 SM, SM9, 54, 12 degree bounds D grind, and this just has the stock, you know, Vokey wedge shaft, which I believe is an S200 in there. So nothing too crazy, and just the standard, you know, Tour Velvet 360 grip. So this one here, and it does say the Desert Possum stamped onto it, which is a little inside joke with me and one of the boys from Fujikura. So that's what's stamped on there. And then for lob wedge, we're gonna go the brand new Titleist Vokey Wedgeworks 58 L grind. So this is the new L grind here. You know, kind of a low bounce grind. Got a lot of trailing edge relief, a lot of heel and toe relief. This is kind of that shot maker's wedge where you can really open the face up. Compared to the T grind though, I think it's got just a little bit more effective bounce. So I think if you play it open in the trap, it'll have just a little bit more float. Now I typically don't play a 58, so that's why I'm putting these other wedges in the bag, so I can play 50, 54, 58. But this will go in the bag here. This is you know, a raw wedge as well, so it'll be get a little rust on this bad boy. But the 58L looks nice. It looks like it's got just a touch more bounce than the T grind, but still being pretty versatile and should be able to open the face without the leading edge coming up too far. But a really good looking wedge, and I just really want to try this grind because it's brand new out. So I don't think I've ever hit an L grind. So it'll be nice to get this out there and hit some shots with it. And then for putter, we're going to go kind of a putter I haven't used again in a long time, but the last time I did, I had really good memories and putted really well with it. And this is the TaylorMade TP Reserve, and I got to look at the bottom because all the numbers are funky. And this is the TRB29. So this is the Reserve putter. I think these things are kind of really underrated. This is the one that's actually got kind of this little flow neck on there, and it has a pretty heavy amount of toe hang. And usually I don't go this crazy with toe hang, but every time I putt with this, for some reason, I putt really well with it. I've got just a standard steel shaft with their, this is a grip off the, I think off the Hydroblast that they used to make. I think it was a brand or Abandon 3 that this came off of. Ripped it out, put the shaft in here, and yeah, this putter here, it's just got a single sight line, all milled. It's got the milled kind of vertical or horizontal grooves in the face, and just a really classic looking putter. And every time I've putted with it, I've putted really well. So I'm excited to kind of get it out there. I was just kind of hitting a couple putts down here in my basement and kind of reliving some of the glory of this thing. But it does feel good. It's got a nice soft feel. It's very responsive, just a touch of click to it, and it puts a good roll on the ball with these grooves on it. So yeah, we're going to throw this in here and see how it goes. The putting's been pretty solid, so hopefully this will continue and give me some good luck out there on the green. And then ball, I didn't pull a sleeve out to put it in front of the camera, but I'm going to go Pro V1 X enhanced alignment. So last time I played Pro V1 alignment, and it was really good. I liked lining that ball up. I think it really did help my putting. So I'm going to go Pro V1 X, which is my ball that I usually play. Flies a little higher, has a little bit more spin. I'm going to put that one in the bag. So that will be in the bag for there. It's just down in a drawer, and I didn't grab it before I hit record. So that is the bag for Week 7 Men's League. I don't know if I'm going to be able to repeat what I did last week, but the game's starting to come around a little bit, and I'm starting to hit the ball a little bit better. So hopefully we'll put out a good showing this week. So let's see how this week goes. I'll let you know next week what worked, what didn't, and then we'll see what's in the bag for Week 8. So guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you next week.